maintenance of a protein content, all those things. And iron deficiency among athletes is very common. If that has been happening, they have to take care of the content of consumption. Non-vegetarians will have a good amount of iron content, but the vegetarians will struggle to find the sources that is rich in iron. So they will have to go with sources like liver or green leafy vegetables or all those things. Yes. And then when it comes to vitamin, we have fat soluble vitamin and water soluble vitamin. And when it comes to water soluble vitamin, it's very important for us to focus on thiamine, riboflavin and niacin. So thiamine, the consumption of food that is rich in thiamine plays a very important role, so all these three factors has to be considered. And vitamin C plays a very important role. So when it comes to thiamine, we can go with gingerly seeds, groundnuts, and all those lotus stem dry and all those soya bean can be a rich source of thiamine. Riboflavin is most probably we can go with gingerly seeds and almond and all those things. Niacin is a good source in groundnut, almond, and Bengal gram whole. And when it comes to folic acid, we can see in most probably in egg and leafy vegetables and all those things. Vitamin C, as you people know, we can go with guava and amla. Yes, so that is a good source of vitamin C. And when it comes to fat soluble vitamins A, D, E, and K, yes, so this three is very important and that is completely linked with lipid. So lipid consumption enhances the absorption of all these fat soluble vitamins. Yes, so these things matters. So antioxidants, consumption of antioxidants rich diet plays a very important role to prevent the oxidation. Yes, so these are the certain important criterias. And then finally we are into fluid and electrolytes. So when it comes to fluid and electrolytes, human adult has to consume the water that is 70% of his weight. So that is completely based. We can go with basically we suggest 3 liters of water per day, so that is being suggested. And you can go with the same also. Sodium and potassium consumption matters. So when it comes to sodium, so it has been most probably found in waters that we consume. So maintaining a normal blood osmolarity is very important, and that is why the sodium plays a very important role. Osmolarity helps you to indicate the thirst and the fullness, and that will help you to sense out the urine out excretion. And potassium maintenance is like most probably 250 grams of potassium or within the cells. And the consumption of this particular two mineral sodium and potassium plays a very important role in maintaining your electrolyte content in your body. So electrolytes is like the salt and the sugar that we consume whenever we require electrolytes. And electrolytes is nowadays into the form of a powders and drinks that is present, and you could see that during the cricket matches, cricketers consume electrolytes in between. So this electrolytes is like something very important for us to go with any sort of a thermoregulatory system. Yes, so all of the sudden we will hit with the thirst is more common when it comes to any sort of an athlete. So because we lose loss of a lot of energy, and during the summer season, when a person is standing in under the sun for a longer period of time, he might seek for something like in very regular intervals. If that is being done, electrolytes is a perfect choice for athletes during that time. So if suppose by chance dehydration occurs, it will lead to heat cramps, heat exhaustion, and heat stroke. So and also sufficient blood will not be pumped, and we could see that sweating will be very profuse, and eating sensation will happen. And all of the sudden you will feel weak when it comes to this particular dehydration. Like you will feel like your chest, shoulders and head are not cooperating with you, and you feel very difficult to lift them up. And those things will be happening during the dehydration process. And excess and these are the certain areas. And if that is consumption of water requires, but excess amount of water is not been highly preferable. For example, the water that is rich in fluorine has to be depicted. We have to check with fluorine content when you are consuming waters. And sports drinks, so we have certain sports drinks that is been present, like hypertonic drinks, that is like lower concentration of salt and sugar, Okay, so if that has been happening, we can go with 250 ml. And isotonic, they have a similar concentration of both salt and sugar. And hypertonic is higher concentration of salt and sugar than the human body. So hypertonic is like you require more amount of sugar and salt that has been fed. So we can go with water or any sort of fruit juice or any sort of energy drinks, so that is required. So any acidic drink, if you're going with, the pH has to be 3 to 4, not more than that. Yes. So it's very important for us to consume at least 225 to 450 ml, that is 1 to 2 cups of fluid for every 2 hours before practice or competition. Drink at least 225 to 450 ml. And next is going to be on before exercise. It's better that you consume at least 130 to 225 ml. And every 15 to 25 minutes of training and competition, you'll have to consume again 110 to 225. And it's very important that you consume meal. After meal, the water consumption has to be mentioned. And you will have to go with glucose, polymers, and fructose rich drinks. Yes, drink should be cool. Don't go with any sort of an hot drink, because when you're working out, you will have so much amount of heat that is being expelled from your body. So it's better that you go with a normal temperature or a cool, not extreme cool temperature sort of an drinks. Yes. So these are the certain factors to be considered when it comes to sports nutrition. So as in sports nutrition, I covered certain very important major topics to be go with, like energy, macronutrients like carbohydrate, protein, and fat, and then with minerals and vitamins. So these are the certain factors to be covered. And I hope you would have had and just about the sports nutrition. So let's see in another video. Thank you.